What if I told you that a tiny seed you can buy at any grocery store could help restore firmness and blood flow in ways that prescription medications struggle to match? And what if men in their 70s and 80s are already using it every single morning with results they're calling life-changing? I know that sounds too good to be true. You've probably tried supplements, pills, and every promise on the internet. But this isn't about some exotic berry from the Amazon or a miracle molecule that costs hundreds of dollars. This is about a seed that's been studied in over 200 clinical trials, costs less than $1 per serving, and works through a biological pathway your body is already designed to use. The seed I'm talking about is backed by urology research, cardiovascular science, and real-world results from men who thought their window for improvement had closed decades ago. If you've been looking for something natural, effective, and simple enough to stick with long-term, stay with me. What I'm about to share could change everything. I'm Dr. Fiona Gray, a urologist with 12 years of experience helping men over 60 reclaim their vitality, strength, and confidence. I've worked with thousands of men who thought their best days were behind them, and I've seen how the right nutritional strategies can restore function in ways that genuinely surprise them. This seed is one of the most powerful tools I recommend, and today I'm going to show you exactly why it works and how to use it. Before we dive in, do me a favor. Hit that like button and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I love connecting with men from all over the world who are taking their health seriously. Here's what most men don't understand about firmness and blood flow after 60. Your body's ability to achieve and maintain an erection isn't just about testosterone or desire. It's primarily about one critical molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the signal that tells your blood vessels to relax and dilate, allowing blood to rush into the tissue and create firmness. Without adequate nitric oxide, it doesn't matter how much desire you have or how healthy your heart is. The blood simply won't flow where it needs to go. Here's the problem. As you age, your body produces less nitric oxide naturally. By the time you're 70, you're making about half as much as you did at 30. Your blood vessels become stiffer. The enzymes that convert nutrients into nitric oxide slow down, and the result is weaker erections, longer recovery times, and frustration that chips away at your confidence. Second, most men are unintentionally starving their nitric oxide pathways. The standard American diet is low in the exact nutrients your body needs to produce this molecule. You're not eating enough nitrate-rich foods, not getting enough arginine or citrulline, and not supporting the beneficial bacteria in your mouth and gut that help convert these nutrients into usable nitric oxide. It's like trying to drive a car on an empty tank and wondering why the engine won't turn over. Third, inflammation silently destroys your nitric oxide before it can do its job. Chronic inflammation from poor sleep, stress, processed foods, and sugar creates an enzyme called arginase that breaks down arginine, one of the key building blocks of nitric oxide. So even if you're eating the right foods, inflammation is intercepting the signal before it reaches your blood vessels. Think of nitric oxide like the green light at an intersection. When it's working, traffic flows smoothly, blood moves freely, everything functions the way it should. But when that signal is weak or broken, everything backs up. Blood flow slows, firmness becomes inconsistent, and eventually, you start to believe the problem is permanent. That's why the seed I'm about to reveal is so powerful. It doesn't just provide one nutrient. It activates multiple pathways to boost nitric oxide production, reduce inflammation, and improve vascular health all at once. And the best part? You don't need a prescription. You just need a tablespoon in your morning smoothie. The seed is flaxseed, specifically ground flaxseed. And here's exactly what happens when men over 60 start using it consistently. Benefit number 1. Flaxseed dramatically increases nitric oxide production through its alpha-linolenic acid content. Biologically, flaxseed is one of the richest plant sources of alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, an omega-3 fatty acid. When you consume ALA, your body converts it into EPA and DHA, which are the active forms of omega-3s that reduce inflammation and improve endothelial function. The endothelium is the thin lining inside your blood vessels, and it's responsible for producing nitric oxide. Studies show that men who consume omega-3s daily have significantly higher nitric oxide levels and better erectile function compared to men who don't. Flaxseed also contains lignans, plant compounds that act like gentle phytoestrogens and help balance hormones while protecting the cardiovascular system. Emotionally, this matters because every successful erection reinforces your confidence. You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop avoiding intimacy because you're worried about performance. You feel like a man again, not someone who's fading into the background. Practically, here's what you need to do. Buy whole flax seeds and grind them fresh in a coffee grinder, or buy pre-ground flaxseed and store it in the refrigerator to preserve freshness. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons to your morning smoothie every single day. You can blend it with berries, spinach, a banana, unsweetened almond milk, and a scoop of protein powder. The flaxseed will thicken your smoothie slightly and give it a mild, nutty flavor. Within 2 to 4 weeks, most men notice improvements in morning firmness and overall vascular health. I had a patient, Richard, 72, who came to me frustrated after trying 3 different ED medications with limited success and unpleasant side effects. He told me, "Doc, I just want to feel like myself again without the headaches and the stuffy nose." I suggested he start adding ground flaxseed to his breakfast, along with some other dietary adjustments. 8 weeks later, he came back for a follow-up and said, "I'm waking up with morning erections again. I didn't think that was possible. My wife noticed the difference before I even said anything." Benefit number 2. Flaxseed reduces arterial stiffness and improves blood vessel flexibility. Biologically, your arteries naturally stiffen as you age due to a process called calcification and collagen cross-linking. Stiff arteries can't dilate properly, which means blood can't rush into the tissue when you need it. Flaxseed contains both soluble and insoluble fiber, along with powerful antioxidants called lignans, which reduce oxidative stress and prevent arterial stiffening. One study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that men who consumed 30 grams of flaxseed daily for 6 months experienced significant reductions in arterial stiffness and blood pressure. That's the equivalent of about 2 tablespoons. Emotionally, when your blood vessels work the way they're supposed to, you don't just see improvements in the bedroom, you feel more energetic throughout the day. Your brain gets better oxygen flow, so your thinking feels sharper. You stop feeling like your body is betraying you. Practically, consistency is everything. Flaxseed works best when it's part of your daily routine, not something you take sporadically. If you don't like smoothies, you can sprinkle ground flaxseed on oatmeal, stir it into yogurt, or mix it into a protein shake. Just make sure you're using ground flaxseed, not whole seeds. Whole flax seeds pass through your digestive system undigested, which means you won't absorb the beneficial nutrients. Grinding breaks open the seed and makes the omega-3s and lignans bioavailable. Benefit number 3. Flaxseed lowers inflammation, which protects your nitric oxide from being destroyed. Biologically, chronic inflammation activates an enzyme called arginase, which breaks down arginine, the amino acid your body uses to make nitric oxide. If arginase is constantly elevated, it doesn't matter how much arginine you consume. It's being destroyed faster than you can produce nitric oxide. Flaxseed's omega-3s and lignans are potent anti-inflammatory agents. They reduce levels of inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, which means more of your arginine is preserved and converted into nitric oxide instead of being wasted. Emotionally, reducing inflammation does more than improve blood flow. It improves your mood, reduces joint pain, and helps you sleep better. Many men don't realize how much low-grade inflammation is dragging them down until it's gone. You stop feeling foggy and irritable. You start waking up ready to take on the day. Practically, combine flaxseed with other anti-inflammatory foods for maximum benefit. That means eating fatty fish like salmon twice a week, adding turmeric and ginger to your meals, reducing sugar and processed foods, and staying hydrated. If you're taking aspirin or blood thinners, Talk to your doctor before adding large amounts of flaxseed, as omega-3s have mild blood thinning effects. For most men, 1 to 2 tablespoons daily is safe and effective. Let me tell you about Gerald, 68, who had been dealing with inconsistent erections for almost 5 years. He'd tried supplements, changed his diet, and even started exercising more, but nothing seemed to move the needle. When he came to see me, I noticed his inflammatory markers were elevated. I recommended he add ground flaxseed to his morning routine, along with cutting out most processed foods. 3 months later, he told me, "I didn't realize how much brain fog I'd been living with until it cleared. And the firmness? It's back to where it was in my 50s. My wife says I'm like a different person." Benefit number 4. Flaxseed supports healthy testosterone levels by reducing estrogen dominance. Biologically, flaxseed contains lignans that bind to excess estrogen in your system and help your body eliminate it. As men age, they often develop what's called estrogen dominance, where estrogen levels rise relative to testosterone. This happens because body fat converts testosterone into estrogen through an enzyme called aromatase. Higher estrogen and lower testosterone lead to reduced libido, difficulty achieving erections, and even mood changes. Flaxseed's lignans act like a gentle estrogen modulator, helping to restore hormonal balance without the need for aggressive interventions. Emotionally, balanced hormones mean you feel more like yourself. Your drive returns. You stop feeling apathetic or disconnected. You regain that spark of motivation and confidence that makes you want to engage with life instead of withdraw from it. Practically, if you're carrying extra belly fat, combining flaxseed with weight loss efforts will amplify the hormonal benefits. Focus on strength training twice a week, reducing alcohol intake, and eating more protein and fiber. Flaxseed works best as part of a comprehensive approach, not as a magic bullet on its own. But it's one of the simplest, most affordable tools you can add to your toolkit. Benefit number 5. Flaxseed improves gut health, which directly impacts nitric oxide production. Biologically, about 25% of your body's nitric oxide is produced by beneficial bacteria in your mouth and gut. These bacteria convert dietary nitrates from vegetables into nitrite, which your body then converts into nitric oxide. If your gut microbiome is out of balance, you're losing a massive source of nitric oxide production. Flaxseed is a prebiotic, which means it feeds the good bacteria in your gut and helps them thrive. Studies show that men with healthier gut microbiomes have better cardiovascular health, stronger immune systems, and yes, better erectile function. Emotionally, gut health affects far more than digestion. It affects your mood through the gut-brain axis, your energy levels, and even your stress response. When your gut is healthy, everything else starts to fall into place. Practically, support your gut by eating a variety of fiber-rich foods, fermented foods like yogurt or sauerkraut, and minimizing antibiotics unless absolutely necessary. Add ground flaxseed to your smoothie, along with a handful of spinach or kale, both of which are rich in dietary nitrates. This combination supercharges your nitric oxide production from multiple angles. Benefit number 6. Flaxseed helps regulate blood sugar, which protects your blood vessels from damage. Biologically, high blood sugar causes a process called glycation, where sugar molecules attach to proteins in your blood vessels and make them stiff and dysfunctional. This is one of the main reasons men with diabetes have such high rates of erectile dysfunction. Flaxseed's soluble fiber slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, preventing those dangerous spikes. Research shows that men who consume flaxseed regularly have better insulin sensitivity and lower fasting blood sugar levels. Emotionally, stable blood sugar means stable energy and mood. You stop experiencing the crashes that leave you exhausted and irritable. You feel more in control of your body instead of at the mercy of cravings and fatigue. Practically, if you're pre-diabetic or diabetic, flaxseed should be a daily staple. Add it to your breakfast smoothie or oatmeal and pair it with protein to further stabilize your blood sugar. Monitor your levels with your doctor and adjust your medications as needed. Many men find they can reduce their reliance on medication when they combine flaxseed with other lifestyle changes. Benefit number 7. Flaxseed is one of the most affordable and accessible superfoods for men's health. Biologically, the benefits I've described don't require exotic ingredients or expensive supplements. A 1-pound bag of ground flaxseed costs around $5 and lasts about 2 weeks. Compare that to prescription medications that cost hundreds of dollars per month and often come with side effects like headaches, vision changes, and dependency. Emotionally, there's something empowering about taking control of your health with simple, natural tools. You're not waiting for a prescription or relying on a pharmaceutical company. You're making a choice every single morning to nourish your body. Practically, buy organic flaxseed when possible to avoid pesticides, and store it in an airtight container in the refrigerator or freezer to prevent the omega-3s from going rancid. You can find it at any health food store, most grocery stores, or online. So here's your simple action plan. Step 1. Buy a bag of ground flaxseed or whole flax seeds and a coffee grinder. Store it in the refrigerator. Step 2. Every morning, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed to a smoothie, oatmeal, or yogurt. Make it a non-negotiable part of your routine, just like brushing your teeth. Step 3. Track how you feel over the next 4 weeks. Pay attention to morning firmness, energy levels, and overall confidence. Most men notice improvements within 2 to 3 weeks, but some take up to 6 weeks for the full benefits to appear. That's it! 3 simple steps. 1 month from now, you'll know whether this tiny seed is the game changer your body has been waiting for. I want you to know something important. If you've been frustrated that nothing seems to work, or embarrassed that you can't perform the way you used to, you are not broken. Your body just needs the right support, the right nutrients, the right environment to heal and restore itself. Even after 70, you are capable of firmness, vitality, and confidence. The science is clear, the results are real, and it's never too late to begin. If this video gave you hope or valuable information, give it a like so other men can find it. Leave a comment below telling me, have you ever tried flaxseed? And if not, are you willing to give it a shot? Share this with a friend or brother who might need to hear this. And subscribe so you never miss my weekly health insights for men over 60. You might be the reason another man takes his first step toward reclaiming his vitality. I'm Dr. Fiona Gray, reminding you that after 50, vitality isn't lost. It's waiting to be awakened. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.